Ancient Apocalypse is the most dangerous show on Netflix. Archaeologists reveal the white supremacist nonsense behind Netflix's Ancient Apocalypse. Netflix's most dangerous show leaves viewers either repulsed or delighted. Sheesh, these outrage journalists must be having a really slow week. These headlines are ridiculous. Regardless of what you think about Graham Hancock and Ancient Apocalypse, this is just fear-mongering nonsense. Basically, the show revolves around Graham Hancock going around the world checking out historic sites and even prehistoric sites, then giving his theories as well as other people's theories on how a particular site might be far older than historians and archaeologists assume. And somehow, these so-called journalists are equating that to white supremacy. I know, it's absurd. Let's take a look at a small clip so you can see the type of material the show revolves around and maybe make up your own mind.
You've been described as a pseudo-archaeologist, someone who cherry-picks your data, your books read by millions but dismissed by academics.
I don't claim to be an archaeologist or a scientist. I am a journalist, and the subject that I'm investigating is human prehistory.
Ah, yes. The white supremacy, you guys. Jesus, the reach on these outrage merchants is just absolutely absurd. The ironic part about all this is they're basically roasting this guy for making absurd reaches around prehistoric sites. But to do that, they're making their own absurd reaches to tie him to white supremacy. So, what's the reason they're pushing this absurd narrative around Graham Hancock? Great name, by the way. Well, get ready for this one, you guys. In this article titled "Archaeologists Reveal the White Supremacist Nonsense Behind Netflix's Ancient Apocalypse," they go on to explain the reasoning. They quote University of Kansas professor Dr. John Hopes saying, "One of the people featured on the show, Marco Vigato, has published one of the most white supremacist books I have ever seen, titled The Empire of Atlantis." So, why would a book about Atlantis be called such a thing? Well, the best reasoning I can find is that he's quoted in the book saying Atlantis, not Africa, was the true cradle of mankind. Yep, that's it. It's quite absurd, I know. Let's take a look at this guy's only small clip in the show and see how crazy he is and why the whole show is now tarnished because of his theory.
But what if the Aztecs simply renovated and added to a site originally created by a much older civilization? Author Marco Vigato believes the evidence suggests that's exactly what happened.
This site was clearly reworked over a very long period of time.
Right, so in your view, the Aztecs, well, we know they were latecomers, but they found this site at least partially worked already, and they took it over and developed it further.
Right.
So, let me break this down for you. The reason that they're calling this show dangerous and promoting white supremacy is because Graham Hancock featured this guy Marco Vigato in his documentary. And Marco has this theory revolving around the ancient civilization of Atlantis, that he calls it the cradle of civilization, not Africa. Graham Hancock also wrote a book in 1995 called Fingerprints of the Gods, where he describes Atlantis as a white civilization. That, my friends, is what all the outrage merchants are so mad about. Ridiculous, I know. But regardless of anything in this show being true or false, it's damn entertaining and a good watch. Go check it out. Looking to watch another video? Check out this video here, where I explain how Taylor Lorenz became the most hated journalist alive. Psst, you should hit that like